What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. Just a quick shout out to start Market Watch out today. I had no clue that Dual Devastator was up towards $54, but thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense. It's the #1 product that gets pointed out to newcomers to the game. Oh, you're beginning your journey. This has a ton of cards you can use, and Ash Blossom is guaranteed on the set, even on the cover of the set, and she is $20+ now. When she was creeping up, I still saw it around $38 on the market. I remember people even thought the MSRP of this product, Dual Devastator, was $30 because Walmart had it for $28 for so long. They're like, please take it. We ordered so many. We don't know what to do with them all. And now people just can't get enough of the product. It's a super long-term winner. And my shout out is to Tier 0 Games. You can use code What'sGood5 for 5% off to support the channel. You know, whenever they find a bunch of product they have in the back of somewhere, they could list this at $50, have the discount code, be beating the market, but they put it at $42, and I'm pretty happy to see that. Also, Speed Duel Battle City boxes are around $55. They put them up around that same price, $42, although those are selling way faster as people want to sit on this. They see it as a super unique product that can go up a lot in price, where Dual Devastator is more like, yeah, I need those cards and I'm gonna get them. So there are a ton of sealed restocks for both Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon as I understand it on Tier 0 Games. Use code What'sGood5 if shopping. Supports the channel. I know I'm incentivized, but I really do like to see this look where they could list higher, 45, 48, whatever they really want under the market and still sell, but I like to see them slash by that much, especially when it comes to a product plenty of people could be using. Now, Dragon Ruler, Argapane Mermaid. Dragon Rulers is getting featured a lot lately, probably thanks to the Progression series and them hitting Dragon Rulers. Copium is over, Gage has won, but Dragon Ruler prices are getting looked up a ton. Big Eye with a very recent buyout to ridiculous proportions. Draco Sack, the Unlimited's even getting bought out on the secret rares up towards $30, and the first editions, oh my gosh, yeah, towards 43, 44. We've seen this buyout time and time again, but here we are once again due to another look at Dragon Rulers. This format is super popular to play. It's up there in past formats, but always seems to fall off after some heat, and people are also doing banless speculation buyouts. We see that Blaster is actually way up versus market price for a near mint, around $8 versus a market price of $6.80. We see that Tidal is also up with banless speculation, $7.77, and then $8 with a plenty of them by Core TCG. And what's kind of funny looking around, you see other streamers actually playing 2014 format, which is Sylvan, Infernity, you have had in there, I believe, and we saw Ice and Firehand bought out recently, Sylvan. So this has nothing to do with the streaming community. It's almost entirely, I would think, people getting hype off the Progression series, and it is awesome to see actually people take passion into this kind of thing and then spend actual money translating on it. But it is getting to the point where you do see multiple cards going. You see only 9 listings and 11 listings on Hermitry as people go, yeah, I want to go back and play Sylvans, or I didn't know this was a thing. These cards are crazy to me. But the funnier thing to me is like a current format card like Tempest that a lot of people bought in anticipation. I would have bought it myself as well personally for say Dragunities, and then it has more potential for the upcoming Wind decks. You have all these different Wind decks in the Synchro Storm, yet it is actually falling down in prices. People go, okay, I'm tired of holding on to this. But if more Dragon Rulers peeled off, you know, specifically there would be hype around them, so there's banless speculation for those, where Secret Rare Tempest is just chilling. To be fair, Tempest does have a super rare printing that isn't the highest quantity of cards on the market, but it is funny to see it fall back down, and we can actually go Dragon Rulers here, and you see that it's still relatively cheap for what it is, despite having so few listings, and some people even wanting the rare for that old school feel. So banless speculation combined with past format play raising the ceiling on certain cards, while other pieces of it that are already free falling down. That's just a funny little snapshot of the market that I like to point out. Speaking of the new card, Speedroid Roulette is crazy. One of the best dice rolling cards out there. Quick play spell, by the way. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Discard one card, roll a 6-sided dice to special summon up to 2 Speedroid monsters from your hand and or deck whose total levels equal exactly the result. That up to is super important, allowing you to make your choices, but their effects are negated. If you cannot, you lose life points times the result times 500. Oh no, you should almost always be able to do something with the result considering what Speedroids are, and I really like Speedroid Roulette being a quick play. Everything about it's awesome, and you see Terror Top go even further. It was bought out to 80 some odd, now the low is 95. People really jumping on the Speedroid train with all the new support. It seems like it's in that rogue category to where it can punch up and win an event if people sleep on it, and I do like that, but man, are Speedroids in certain arenas getting very, very expensive, especially for max rarity. Altergeist Meluseek got bought out, and I don't like to go around with rumors where I see no confirmation, but that's the only thing and source that I've been hearing is that the link for might be in Lightning Overdrive. That is a rumor to this point, unless there is proof out there. I have not seen anything, but we already know that Scrap Raptor got French leaks, so very well, leaks could be happening elsewhere, or it could just be whispers in the wind. But to actually see Meluseek's price start to go up, let me know if you think there's any other reasons. Oh, Altergeist are just so solid there. We could be waiting for those other imports and stuff. I believe we're still missing Pukari too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken. One second. Pukari. I don't know what it would be called in the TCG. Altergeist. But from what I've heard, it could potentially be the link for. And yeah, we do seem to be missing Pukari still to date, to update myself. So yeah, there's multiple cards that could come out for it. Whispers in the wind. Be aware that's what it is. But shiny Altergeist stuff could end up going up because of this too. And Meluseek's just one of the hardest cards to get for the deck that didn't have like a star pack reprint or something extra for it, and is very, very good for the deck. And would that take it to the next level? Let me know if you think Altergeist will see a resurgence from those cards. Dzef. Dzef's the perfect person to tell us. Number 60, Dugaris the Timeless, is towards $16+ on market now. This is one I told you guys to get at $3, even at $5 I liked it, $6.50 I liked it. I thought it would hit 10 at one point, but now we're towards $16. Battles of Legend, just the gift that keeps on giving from Hero's Revenge. That set really aging well all throughout, unlike the top-heavy other Battles of Legend with Starlight Rares. I digress though. This card is freaking awesome, and a lot of combos and other decks end up playing it. You see it in a lot of degenerate strategies too, and the Timeless is now really up there with a market price around there. I don't know when this specifically happened, but boy, has he been trending upwards over time. Tempest Magician First Edition got bought out. Speaking of banlist speculation, there is not a single near mint or even light play First Edition on market. That is an interesting choice. I know people do ban list speculate, but this doesn't seem like one of those, as FTK cards typically don't come off of the ban list. So I wonder if people are trying to make actual ban list collecting moves with this buyout. Definitely not one of the easiest cards to see in First Edition, even like before it was banned, and didn't really flood the market too much after, but yeah, no First Editions even in the light play category right now, so if you want to list and try to make a sale, you can. But heavy speculation in certain little creeping parts of the market is interesting to me. Wind Up Rabbit has been bought out for the First Edition to the point of $36. That's kind of crazy, and no Unlim near mints either, so Wind Up Rabbit, interesting. And then finally, the Chaos Creator. I've actually seen this played in a lot more funsy strategies, but been trying to be focused towards like being meta competent. This card's collector rare has been bought out, but a lot of collector rares are getting bought out as well in Toon Chaos. First Edition's towards 150, the Unlim's now spanning towards 85. When you see a market price at one point of 60. Just a lot of collector rares from Toon Chaos getting targeted, and Toon Chaos did such a great job with its collector rares as a whole. I'm hoping for King's Court to be good. If you haven't seen, they did a huge playmat for that for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, so they're really committing. They're like, these monsters are cool enough to feature for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. I am biased when it comes to King's Court at this point. You all already know I have so much anticipation and hearts racing, and I'm in for it. But I am looking at Toon Chaos's collector rares. They're all such great choices versus these side sets and deck building sets that I do have hope for King's Court to end up similar in choices, and then for the archetype inside to be competent. But yeah, it's even the lower end where Chaos Deadliest was like still easy pickings at $26. It's getting bought out for its collector rare for example, when it doesn't see much play. So Toon Chaos is more so this hyper focus right now rather than collector rares as a whole across all of the sets. But how do you feel about collector rares? They sure looked a lot cleaner in Ancient Guardians. How do you feel about Toon Chaos like sets specifically? And do you have that hope for King's Court like I do? Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these conversations. And I want to know one more thing. Are you actually playing any past formats? Are you playing Dragon the Ruler? Are you playing 2011 Plant? Is it just GOAT format still for you? What past formats are you looking into within the metagame? I'd love to see down below. And are you going with physical maxed out decks, lowest rarity decks? How are you enjoying them? Free on Dueling Book even. What are you doing with past formats? And do you think they will become a bigger thing as streamers have been diving in, Yugi-tubers have been showing off past formats? It definitely seems to be taking huge traction onto the market and seeing jumps in certain places for sure.